Now, buying a brand new house sounds perfect until the walls start cracking in week 1. And yeah, this happens way more than we think. We usually think that new houses means no problems, right? But many people are moving in and finding things like mold, leaks, and even missing insulation. So that's why buying a new build can actually be riskier than an old house. But nobody tells you this part. Let's take a look at some of these videos.
I bought a new construction home last year, and these are the things that I wish someone warned me about. First and foremost, you will be dealing with construction in your neighborhood for at least 1 to 2 years.
Very
that
true,
means noise
very
in the
true.
morning, nails in the street, and you will deal with a lot of holes in your tires. I already have
Yes,
2
happened
holes
to
in
me.
my tires since living here. Secondly, there will always be something inconvenient happening. Like right now, I am stranded outside of my home because they are repaving the entire road. And it's going to
that's gotta be
happen
terrible.
for at least 2 to 3 days. I mean, the before and after looks really good, but at the same time, if you have work, you gotta take the day off. Third, they do not offer landscaping, so your backyard will be an ugly plot of dirt for a long time.
Wow, that
Unless
looks
you want to
terrible.
shell out tens of thousands of dollars, it will be filled with weeds every single time it rains. This is how my backyard looks right now, and I am not proud of it. And lastly, you will get bombarded by solicitors trying to get money out of you.
Very
I have so
true.
many cards and pamphlets that are littering my front porch with all of these phone numbers of people trying to get business out of me. I personally think new construction is still worth it in my mind because I don't
Okay,
have
that
to
sounds
deal
like a
with
good deal
random
then.
repairs for the first year, but these are just things that you should know. I bought a new
Keyword for the first
For
year.
a change. I've been trying. Well, guess what? The house today is pretty good. Let me show you.
So we have our outside disconnect.
$400,000 new construction.
Panel for the most part looks pretty good.
Just try to shut the door right
Oh
here.
no.
There we go.
So here's our brick veneer. Windows look good. Let me zoom in on the window.
What is that? Why is there holes in there? What are they
Look
doing, these
great.
builders?
We have this nice patio area out back. Real big patio. And then they've already put the sod in.
Okay, the sod is absolutely
Look at
looking
that
terrible.
grass. Doesn't that grass look good?
Oh boy.
Right there. Got water out front and there's water in the back. Can't complain about that.
And wait till you guys see this view.
Let me open the blinds.
There's no way. That is
that.
insane.
That is great. Cabinets are all in. Already got the hardware in place, so the homeowners don't have to worry about doing it. You probably want to see the master, so
Okay,
here we
yeah,
go.
let's see the master
Cabinets
bedroom.
look good. Sink and faucets look great. Here's the toilet. The closet's a good sized closet.
Pretty decent closet, but what is that in there?
Not much to complain about.
Oh boy. There's no way
Really
that's
nice
there's no way
backyard.
this house is up for inspection.
Let me shut the window. Hold on.
Are you kidding me?
There we go. Good fence too.
They even put a little extra drawer for storage underneath the oven.
That's perfect. Alright, let's read some of the comments. OMG, I'm in new construction and this gives me hives. That's the point of view of a realtor. One of the people said, "We are these behind the inspector. We are there behind the inspector crying." I was actually looking forward to seeing a good house. Turns out there's not many new home builders that actually doing a proper job. Devin says, "You aren't going to find good anything anymore with corporate greed as prevalent as it is. All about cutting corners or paying the workers low pay with low skill." Man, I worked for a company that supplied labor for new construction. The things I've seen. Mr. Drake, it's true. It's terrible. D.R. Horton, I know that floor plan. That might be true. It might be a D.R. Horton area. D.R. Horton home build, correct. At first, I was like, good house inspection. Boring. Then the video took a sarcastic hit. Twist. Oh my goodness, correct. Yeah.
I'm out in Bertram today doing an inspection on a newly constructed Lennar home. Let's take a look.
There's no way they messed up the microwave, right? Oh boy. Oh no, that fix is a must. That needs to be fixed ASAP. The walls are cracking already?
All right, here in the
my
master
goodness.
bathroom, I'm not sure what they had planned originally. Maybe they had double sinks and they took it out, but that's a lot of empty space right there.
That looks odd.
Now, I've had some people comment, well, you're just finding cosmetic things. So I got two things about that. Especially in the bathrooms where the caulking, there's just a little bit opening in the bathrooms or on the bathtubs and sinks. Those little openings, water gets in there, it will cause so much damage later.
Correct.
So it's better to go ahead and get that taken care of ahead of time before you move in. Secondly, my question is, the builder obviously missed these things, so who's going to point these things out to the builder and get them taken care of before you move in?
Nobody.
You're paying good money for your home. And sometimes these issues aren't always little. There's some pretty big ones out there. You should only have to focus on where your furniture is going to go and how you're going to decorate.
I agree.
Not issues.
$0.7 million new construction. Okay, there's no way.
Stairway handrail. Everything looks good. It's secured.
What are these builders
Whoops.
doing?
Somebody forgot to install a bracket.
Testing the slope of the shower pan, and it stops right where the water's pooling.
Top of the stairway, the carpet's a little loose.
I'm checking receptacles, making
That
sure
is such an
they're
easy
GFCI
fix.
protected.
Why are they so lazy to do this?
This one does not appear to be.
Vertical sub panel, I'm testing breakers for GFCI protection to make sure they trip. We have 2 that don't. Number 24 and number 26.
That is a big problem.
That's the dishwasher and the microwave.
Ooh.
Screens here for the ducts. This one doesn't even line up, so it'll be blowing most of the air behind the brick. And they're all being held on with silicone and little fake screw.
What is that? Come on. That's such a lazy build. $60,000 new final construction.
The operation of the garage doors. When I run all 3 simultaneously, it trips the GFCI. Reset.
Terrible electricians.
Anybody have an idea why that's doing that? Let me know in the comments. Interior of the home, missing grout in between the floor tiles. Not just one, but several.
That's a big problem. Really sloppy work here.
Exterior of the home, there is minor mortar separation in the brick veneer above the steel lintel. I'm going to recommend mortar improvement. Condensing unit, the flexible conduit is cut short, does not extend to the wall cavity.
Oh my goodness.
This one is not sealed. Mortar improvements here. And they used about a whole tube of silicone to seal that up, but they did. Attic area, this is the secondary
insane.
condensate drain line for the HVAC system. That should run in a downward direction to drain water, not upwards.
And yes, valves are all the way on.
And of course, the garage door should not be on the same circuit as the GFCI, correct. Garage door tripping at GFCI outlet could be the motors drawing a higher load. These are just terrible builders.
Just wanted to point something out to people that are buying houses right now. If your house is newly built and it is built during the rainy season, most likely they are using particle board or OSB instead of actual plywood.
Right.
It's getting drenched. And then they cover it, put a roof on it, they put drywall up, and before you know it,
true,
you've
I've
got
seen
black mold in your house that you have never lived in.
Ooh, I've never
so
thought
if
about
you just
that.
bought a new house, make sure that you are running a dehumidifier constantly for the first 6 months. Seriously, I cannot tell
That
you
is a
how many
big
houses
problem.
I've seen that are brand new and they end up having mold issues because they are using the cheapest possible plywood they can get, and it rains, at least in Washington State, a lot. So keep that in mind. Hope this helps somebody avoid some serious illness. Black
That can
mold
cause
is no
serious
joke.
problems. Comments are saying our house was covered in Tyvek during construction. This industry needs more regulation. Totally. Somebody say that louder. Dehumidifier won't resolve black mold on any level. Yeah, especially it can spread around very fast too, so it won't kill the mold. It would just dry it out, won't it? Always blew me. Always that they don't put up giant tents or something. I've always thought about the same thing. I've honestly wondered about this my whole life. Yeah, when it rains a lot in some rainy states, like Washington or Florida for instance, I've never seen builders or any builders or construction workers covered the work. It's just soaking up rain, all that material. That mobile home is looking better every day. New construction and minimum code requirements are a joke. Alrighty, I'll remember that. Now just earn $700,000. By that time I'll probably be 80 plus years old. And by then the price would have tripled at minimum. Oh my goodness. Even if we look on Reddit, people are asking themselves, is building a house in 2026 worth the stress? My partner and I are about to start building our first home and I'm kind of torn. We've saved for a long time and the idea of designing our own place sounds great, but everyone I know who's done it says it's super stressful. People said it would cost more and take longer than originally planned to have a custom home. Think it is worth it if you build something different than the norm. If you're just going to build a cookie cutter house, it likely isn't worth it. That's a great idea. Great point right there. What we built is incredibly rare, so the way to get it was to build it. It's nothing fancy, but it is well built. Expect it to take longer and probably more expensive unless you are ruthless about not changing anything after breaking ground. There will always be some issues that come up, but I think it's worth it. It will likely cost more than you think, and maybe a lot more. It'll probably take longer than you think. It is a stressful process, and you will be overwhelmed at some point with all the decisions you have to make. Yeah, I'm starting to think buying a new home in the year 2026 is not such a great idea. Because even according to NAHB and the Wells Fargo Housing Market Index, 84% of home builders said that elevated mortgage rates was the significant challenge builders face in 2025. And it's going to remain a problem in 2026, this year. A majority of home builders reported facing serious problems with cost, availability of labor, rising inflation, and just uncertainties in several states. Builders have even been surveyed about their serious challenges every year since 2011, and high interest rates have been deemed a serious problem. So just go over the cost, the hassle, and just the overall stress of buying a new home, buying a new construction home. It just seems like an issue that we could just avoid.
Let's pick apart this house. I'm going to recommend putting a kick-out flashing right there. That way the water will drain into the gutters better. We'll probably need to add another one right here.
Oh my goodness.
Taking a closer
Who are these builders? I just can't believe it.
There's a little gap between that board and the stone wall right there, so that needs to be sealed up. Let's add another kick-out flashing right there. Looks like there's little openings at the mortar.
That is not supposed to be happening.
That's sealed up as well.
That's not sealed. That's not sealed properly at all.
Have been caulked yet. I see light. I see missing caulking. I don't see light. I see light again.
That's easy fixes that these builders should know 101.
That could also be sealed up right there. The electrical box. I'm sure they'll get to it at some point. What do you think?
Probably not.
Like I always say, do your best and then just caulk the rest. Guys, let me show you how I inspect these gas meters. Don't smell anything. There's water inside the water meter box.
Oh my goodness, that's insane. That's crazy.
Looks like we're missing some weather stripping on this back door. Pretty large opening right here. Alright, Steven said be as picky as possible, so I'm gonna do some stuff.
Okay, let's see. And of course, it goes underneath the sink.
Put on the report.
Oh my goodness, I hate when that happens. If you're buying $1 million, $500,000 house, that's not something to happen. Oh boy. The comments, it amazes me that people pay way over $500,000 for a house, and it's still a piece. How did it keep getting away with these subpar standards? Like, should they be sued until they're bankrupt? If they cut corners on the outside, I can only imagine what the guts look like. And making repairs there is way more expensive than doing it right the first time. I don't get it. I don't understand either. What's in the mindset of these home builders, even some of these construction workers though, they gotta realize, like, is it ethical to keep on just messing up houses left and right, doing such a sloppy job? Just do it right the first time. Those gaps are at least half an inch. It's very true. Rainy days are really going to be a rainy day.
We make contact here, not here.
$820,000 for this new home construction.
It's at 100. I just want to open it to test it, but the whole thing comes up out the floor.
Oh my.
It says GFCI, but it ain't tripping. We got a broken window seal already on the new construction. No way to change the speed to the ceiling fan because the chains aren't even installed.
Okay, that's insane. I don't know how that's possible.
It's some hinges. This is loose. I hate these stoppers with a passion.
Oh, those are terrible.
It's too much work. Whenever they're sealing the windows, I never understand why they install the caulking over loose pieces of mortar. See?
What a sloppy job.
Now it's open. This is damaged. Cracks and damages at the sidewalk. Standing water at the sidewalk area. Oh shoot, I almost fell. That's
a whole puddle of water.
This tree looks great. This one needs to be adjusted. I wouldn't even survive off this. Bugs in the house, but obviously they coming in because we got gaps at the entryways. Downspout missing components. We make contact here.
For nearly $1 million.
Not here.
Let me guess. Built by D.R. Horton Homes. Everyone's complaining about D.R. Horton. How do I hire you for my new home inspection? Probably DM this guy. How you missed the hinges on the door. Exactly. My 100-year house is way better than this. I probably agree. I wonder which private equity firm owns the construction company responsible for this. D.R. Horton 100%. I can understand some mistakes, but these are some stupid mistakes to be finding in a nearly $1 million house.
Attic stairs not installed.
How was that even ready for inspection then?
Garbage disposal not connected to outlet.
That's a little bit confusing. I don't even know how they messed it up. Oh boy.
Broken. How it should look. Attic stairs missing lol.
That is hilarious. I am just bamboozled. How is it even possible?
Air coming from the furnace air handler and refrigerant line.
Okay, that is an awful job. That is just a terrible job. Oh my god. What kind of arts and crafts project were these builders doing?
Fungal growth growing in numerous places in the attic. Outlet covers missing. Cosmetic but still a concern.
That's a big concern.
More outlets not covered.
How are they not covered? I don't get it. Did nobody walk
Window sill cracked.
How are there cracks in the window? I'd be livid. I'd be pissed if I was buying this new home and this was the report I got back from the inspector.
Cosmetic, just not great quality. Cracked shower.
That's unacceptable. That is unacceptable.
AC didn't work on the second floor.
Ooh, that is a big issue, especially if you live in hot states.
Damaged cover plate.
That's not cosmetic. That's a huge problem. Like, oh my goodness. The attic mold is probably why they hit the stairs. The smoke detector needs a battery. They just need to start over at this point. Totally. Just tear down the home, blow it up into pieces, start from scratch again, because this is an awful job. Did they drop every single thing while building the house? Why is everything cracked? Exactly. Why are there so many cracked windows? This wasn't new. They was like, hurry up. My landlord taught me how to fix all of that in no time. First, you go buy a lot of paint. Smart guy, I guess. Who built the house? Bob the Builder? I would think Bob the Builder would do a better job than this.
When you get your house built, you gotta inspect it. You gotta come every single day to watch these folks build your home.
True.
This a load-bearing wall. Look at the gap. Look how your nails in here.
Look at this one. Look right here. Look at this. It's not even stable. Look at it.
Look at your gaps. It's why you gotta come.
It's not even stable.
Look at this nail.
Oh my goodness.
This is why you gotta come when these folks building your house. Look at the nails. You ain't gonna never see this because this is gonna be behind the wall.
It's true. You won't see the foundation.
Look at this tray. And your joists, your 2x4. Look at this.
I think like this mistake now.
You gotta come every single day.
So many terrible jobs from these new home builders. Absolutely ridiculous.
You'll see all these $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 houses. Well, here's one. There's one. All right. I want to show you what these son bitches are made out of.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
You see that? Better. Okay. There's this. Ain't shit to it. I want y'all's goddamn homes built out of fucking cardboard.
Oh my goodness.
200 G's.
Even if you look at this, right, new home price falls below existing home prices for the first time ever in U.S. historic stats. It's actually a pretty big red flag. Usually new homes cost more because of materials. If they're dropping below existing home prices, it's probably signaling weak demand. Not that great for a big economy. Yeah, but who is willing to buy new homes though for several $100,000 just to come back with a new home that is filled with so many issues and so many problems? Like, I cannot believe it. Most new homes built during the pandemic are constructed from the cheapest possible materials and appliances. They're run by cowboy contractors and cheap labor, usually riddled with defects. A lot of these homes will be falling apart as soon as the warranty period ends. Even if we look at Realtor.com, a recent report says that new home sales plunged unexpectedly in January, the biggest drop in 13 years. Crazy thing is that some of these new home builders are still making big profits off us normal everyday people that are trying to buy houses and are kind of forced to move into new home builds no matter what. As we can see, new homes in 2026 are just not it. It's probably a bad decision to move into a new home. Just buy pre-existing ones if you need to, or even rent. It's way cheaper anyways.